People who are hard on themselves don't lack strength. They have it in abundance. But the problem is, they're using that strength against themselves. If you've ever wondered why you're your own worst critic, subscribe to True Self-Psychology. This channel is for those who feel the weight of self-judgment and want to understand it better. Here's what's really happening in your brain. You push yourself harder than anyone else. When you make a mistake, you don't just feel bad, you beat yourself up over it. You don't celebrate the small wins. Instead, you focus on the one thing you could have done better. No matter how much you achieve, there's always a voice in your head saying, "It's not good enough." You set high standards for yourself, but when you fail to meet them, the guilt is overwhelming. You find it hard to relax because there's always something you could be improving. You don't want to show vulnerability because it feels like weakness. You often feel like you're not doing enough, no matter how hard you try. You struggle to accept compliments because you don't feel you deserve them. You know you're capable of more, but you just can't seem to quiet the voice that is always telling you it is not enough. Does this sound familiar? Here's the truth. Being hard on yourself doesn't mean you lack motivation. It means your mindset is built from unresolved pressure. When you push yourself relentlessly, it often stems from a deep fear of failure or inadequacy. You don't want to be seen as weak or incapable, so you force yourself to be better, to be perfect. You have high standards because you believe they will protect you from judgment. Psychology. People who are hard on themselves often have perfectionistic tendencies. They believe that if they can just be better, they will avoid failure or rejection. This pattern is learned early in life, often as a way of coping with feelings of inadequacy or fear of disapproval. But perfectionism isn't the answer. It's a way of self-protecting by pushing yourself beyond limits, thinking that doing so will prevent others from judging you. But here's the thing, it never ends. There's no finish line. The harder you push, the more exhausted you get, and the louder the voice gets. It's an emotional loop. In this video, we will go into and cover why you are hard on yourself and how this emotional habit affects not only your well-being but also your sense of self-worth. By the end, you'll understand where the pressure to be perfect comes from, why self-criticism only reinforces the things you fear, how to break the cycle of constant self-judgment, how to start being and kinder to yourself, and how understanding this psychology can unlock more peace in your mind. You don't have to live your life constantly fighting yourself. You can make peace with who you are right now, and I'll show you how. Here is the twist that might surprise you. People who are hard on themselves don't actually lack self-love. In fact, they care so much about doing things right that they end up punishing themselves for every mistake. It's not that you don't want to succeed. It's not that you don't care about getting better. It's that you've learned to link success to self-worth. The problem is, perfectionism isn't protection, it's exhaustion. It keeps you constantly on high alert, trying to earn your worth with every task. But you can't earn what's already yours, self-love. When you continue to be hard on yourself, you'll notice the emotional weight it carries. You feel tired, even when things are going well. You get anxious when you have downtime, because it feels like you should be doing something. You have a hard time accepting anything less than perfection, which leads to constant frustration and burnout. You don't trust your abilities because you're so focused on your flaws. If this pattern continues, the emotional toll is heavy. You might start to feel disconnected from your own joy, constantly pushing yourself without ever feeling enough. The truth is, perfectionism leaves you stuck in a constant state of self-criticism and never-ending dissatisfaction. Here's the shift. You don't need to stop caring or push harder. You need to care differently. Instead of focusing on how you fall short, start recognizing what you've already achieved. Instead of pushing yourself to be perfect, try being compassionate with yourself. Self-compassion is the antidote to perfectionism. It's learning to say, it's okay to make mistakes. It's giving yourself the space to grow, without demanding that growth happens in an instant. You can still strive for betterment, but it doesn't need to come with the weight of self-loathing. By shifting from self-criticism to self-compassion, you start to build a healthier, more sustainable path toward personal growth. Instead of asking, "Why can't I get it right? Why do I always feel like I'm failing?" Ask, what would happen if I treated myself like a friend instead of a critic? Next time you make a mistake, pause and reflect. Instead of focusing on the failure, focus on what you can learn from it and how you can use it to grow. Every time you feel frustrated with yourself, ask, what would I say to a friend in my position? Practice self-compassion daily. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. Being hard on yourself doesn't mean you're unmotivated or weak. It means your mind is trying to protect you from failure, but it's using the wrong method. So the real question isn't, why am I so hard on myself? It's, how can I shift from perfection to progress and begin treating myself with the same compassion I give others? If this video helped you, like it, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to True Self Psychology for more deep insights into the things we rarely talk about. You are not your mistakes. You are the lessons you learn.